Shalom, balance, paradise, righteousness, all back in the lab, diligently working hard. Bonjour, hola, all of the universal greetings, man. We back in the lab, as I say, and we continue in that boot series, man, that New Orleans series. I got the sibling with me. Yeah, no, mouthful of gold, out here. Please introduce yourself to the listeners and the siblings, man.
Man, it's Jayarson, man. Entrepreneur, CEO, artist coming straight out of New Orleans, Louisiana. You hear me?
7th Ward.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, downtown. So honors, man. Thanks very much for carving out some time, the oppressor schedule, to have this sit down, man, so we can explore the human experience, the highs, the lows, and the earth ank in between. You know what I mean?
Man, I appreciate you having me, brother.
No problem at all, man. No problem at
Appreciate you
all.
having me.
Definite. So let's kick it off, man. Let's kick it off. We're in a Gregorian year 2023. How did you see your new year and stuff, man? How was that shit for you?
2023, how everything been for me?
Yeah, man.
It's been as an artist, I mean, it's been good, like just learning that my content is timeless. Like, you know, I've always put myself in situations as an artist to create timeless content, and I've recently had videos that went viral that I created in 2021, 2019, and just learning the effect of consistency working, like how much it pays off. So that's probably the biggest thing that I've learned as an artist in 2023.
Give thanks, man. Give thanks. So you've had some historical videos that have just started picking up some crazy numbers and shit.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. Like, you know, one morning I wake up, look on YouTube, and the numbers is just ridiculous. Like, and I was just like, wow, this is a blessing. You know,
Yeah, man.
have a situation happen like that, and to know that my work hasn't been in vain. And even when I created it, I knew what I was doing. Just to see it pay off, it's just a different space, you know, it's a positive thing, you hear me?
Definite, man. Definite. So can you kind of put your finger on how this kind of it was kind of slept on, and then all of a sudden was this like a TikTok kind of dance thing that got this popping, or was some DJs bumping it?
It's more like understanding algorithm. So I guess like something went trendy and my videos were similar to the videos that went trendy. So because of that, because of the type of content it was more or less, I was able to tap into an algorithm naturally.
Yes.
So it's just like it's just one of those things by chance. Like it was made for me to win because I had no clue that would happen, but I knew it was possible. So it's just one of those situations where, you know, when opportunity meets preparation, man. I don't really necessarily believe in luck. I just think if you prepare yourself for situations and the opportunities for you, it's gonna happen.
Definitely, man. Prep and plan. Proper education always corrects errors. You heard?
Right.
That's what it's about, man. I'm glad to hear that you've had a nice little start for 2023. I will say it, and this is like a crazy theme, man. It seems like, especially artist-wise, I won't even just put it down just to artists, but a lot of people I'm speaking to now, they're winning, man. They're finding they're finding their way, they're navigating, they're having rejuvenations in careers and shit. It's good to see, man. It's good to hear.
Right, man. It definitely is, man. And I'm humble and thankful that I'm able to be in that space here.
100. So let's take it back, man. Let's jump into the DeLorean. We've kicked Marty and Doc out of that there. You know what I mean? And we're going back. We're going back in the Jeep. So downtown. Let's start school times, man. Let's start school times. What kind of things should you get up to school? Lesson wise, like was you on the academic side? Was you on the sporting side? What kind of things are you feeling?
kind of? I'm sorry. What you say? What kind of what?
Was you going back to school? Was you more into
Right.
the academic side, school side? Like, what was you messing with?
So never was into academics. Like, but going into school, I was probably I knew I'd be I knew I'd be an artist. I always knew that. This your charger. Using your charger. That's okay. Yeah. Going into school, I never saw myself doing anything except creating music. You know, like most kids wanted to be a basketball player or something. Like my mom bought me a karaoke machine for my birthday. I had to be like 8. I used to record mixtape songs on in middle school. Like I was like one of the few rare artists, like person that was a rapper. Like kids used to laugh at me. Like so I just always knew what I wanted to do, like entertaining and doing music and acting and all that type of stuff. That's just who I was.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the influences then. So what drove you and what made you say, nah, I ain't gonna be no doctor, I ain't gonna play ball, I ain't doing none of that stuff, I want to be an artist? What was the driving factor for that there?
Honestly, man, my environment, just being a kid from New Orleans, I used to watch Cash Money like firsthand. Like I watched Baby Come Down Canal Street, Dirty Cars, like I watched Partners in Crime, like rock shows, and they were local artists, but they was like the world to me, like UNLV. Like I seen this happening. Like you gotta understand, like the time frame of me growing up, like No Limit and Cash Money was the hottest thing in the world. So
yeah,
like me seeing that firsthand, like actually seeing C Murder at the movies and seeing Juvenile in the neighborhood and just seeing the impact of the stuff that these people were doing, I knew I could do it. Like it was, I knew it was obtainable. It wasn't something I had to think about. Like just seeing Mystical like in a mall, like these people are people like I saw, like so it was in my face more or less, and that probably just my environment probably influenced me more than anything. That knowing that it was possible.
Okay. So keeping it local, who were some of the pardon self, who were some of the artists that you really kind of like, yeah, man, that I'm feeling that artist,
The Hot Boys, Master P, Mac.
Oh shit, Mac,
Mia X,
yes.
Eli Phil, LOG.
Oh shit, LOG as well. Yeah, man, Camouflage Down.
Yeah, for sure, man. Man, this is unlimited, man. It's just like Mystical.
Yeah. Fiends.
Tim
Magnolia Slim.
Fiends. Soldier Slim. Like it's just all these dudes that influenced me firsthand, and just like I've actually like have grown into an artist in my area to where like I have relationships with these dudes and they don't know. Like I'd be starstruck. I'd be like talking to him, like talking to Juvenile. He had no clue. Like I'm starstruck. Like I'm like, man, this is like I'd be wanting to say, man, you're a Juvenile. Like it's crazy. So it's just like just having all those different influences.
Yeah.
Firsthand, and like they've been open arms to me, man, and I'm just so blessed to be in that space. Like a lot of people wish they could be on side of these people. Like I just went on like a retreat and Mac was there. Like it's just crazy. Like just to be in that space, and I was just influenced by all those dudes, man, on a whole nother level. So like UNLV, like my mom used to tell me cut off these people's music, and like I just was on live for this man. You know what I'm saying? Like cut off the music for the profane. I was influenced also by like artists like Pimp C, Too Short, Jay-Z. I just it's complex. Black Thought, Andre 3000. Like I just have a good balance of different artists that I was influenced by, and you can hear it all in the music. You know what I'm saying?
Definite. But it's good. Well, I don't think I've spoken to many artists and they're not really up on game reference like their own city. They're always obviously love their own city, but being part of this culture, you can't be biased and say, I'm only dealing with the boot. You got H-Town right next door. You got the whole state of Texas, from Corpus Christi all the way Galveston, Beaumont, Dallas, San Antonio.
Yeah, like I listen to UGK religiously. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
I listen to Outkast and Goody Mob. You know, it's just a whole just being from the South. I think I'm definitely more biased to Southern artists because I watched when New York had the ball how they treated Southern artists. But over
mm,
time, I've just grown to appreciate every aspect of like, just like how the West Coast and the Midwest are like different cousins of the South because this goes back to like migration, after slavery and stuff. All those people moved Midwest and out West, like
mm.
more or less than going to the East Coast. They went everywhere, but like the roots are still there. Like these people in California got family in Louisiana, like Nipsey
Yeah.
Hussle, grandmothers from Louisiana. It's just the roots are there, so it's definitely a connection there. So I
Mm,
think like it's impossible not to be influenced by people that's influenced by you, and like I just admire the foundation that everybody set aside and like made for themselves in their area and their region and they sound. Like that's why I'm big on using Louisiana sound, New Orleans sound, and
yeah.
just the culture that I'm influenced by. And I admire another artist from a different place that could do the same thing. So, it's just I don't know,
Yeah.
it's just a recipe to the madness, man, and I'm definitely influenced by everything that I encounter, you know what I'm saying? Positivity and negativity.
Yes, as we are, pardon, so outside of being an artist, we are all influenced by our environment and situations and stuff. And what I find, especially with artists, is that how they're able to, especially the real talented ones who are able to, out of nothing, make something through degradation, through poverty, through all kind of different situations. They're able to, you know put together a body of work which, as you said right at the start, timeless music. It's very
Right,
rare that artists can make a track, not just one track, but even multiple, even better when you can do that there. Where you've got tracks. Sibling, I'm playing tracks from 1993, 93,
right,
91, and we can
right,
put them up today with today's music, especially how, as you know, how today's music, they've got this kind of old school kind of vibe to it kind of stuff. Yeah. We can put this up today and
right,
people will be, the youngsters will be killing it. Like, yo, this is the best thing since sliced bread.
right, right.
It's a gift to be able to
Yeah,
do that,
you
sibling.
absolutely, yeah, you're absolutely right, and that's why I tap into creatively. I sit down with the producers and I make them listen to these older tracks from these pioneers, like for them to understand the ingredients that's needed, not more or less carbon copy what they're doing, but just understand it's a recipe that
Yeah.
we have to use. Like if you're trying to open up a burger joint, it's crazy if you don't study McDonald's marketing. If you're trying
Hmm.
to open up a fast food spot, so
Yeah.
I just think like it's blueprint been left here for us as artists to capitalize off of. So
Mm.
that's why I'm big on like going back and do my research. Like I even currently research like what's up with trendy right now, just so I could sprinkle a little bit of it in the music and not necessarily do what they're doing, but I
Yeah.
understand it's a recipe.
Mm. Mm. Cooking up them beats, cooking up them lyrics, arranging and creating the art form and putting it out there, even
Yeah,
down to the thumbnails, the album covers, all that kind of stuff.
all that. It's important.
I mean, and this would be the majority of people, especially we're talking going back to the 90s. You go to the
Right,
record store and what would get you with the pen and pixel, the funky fat graphics. If you got dope album cover, it doesn't matter who you called, whatever. It's great when you see featuring Bun B from UGK or BG from or Hot Boys from Cash Money or whoever. That's the bonus, but it was the visual of that CD or that tape. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get that there. Outside of
right,
obviously Rap a lot, of course. Anything on Rap a lot drops, you're copying that. Anything on Cash Money, you're dropping that. Anything on Big Boy, you're dropping that. You're copying that. You know what I mean? Anything on No Limit in the No Limit
right,
days, you're grabbing that shit straight off the bat.
right. That's because I mean, just use No Limit for example, and like I've been blessed enough for Master P to acknowledge me. I mean, like, I redid the ice cream, and he said, I mean, he didn't personally sit down, but he sent his team, and they sat down and they talked to me and asked me, like, gave me business guidance. He didn't have to do that, and like I appreciate that. But just Master P understood like the recipe to the madness of the consistent work ethic and having the covers and the graphic covers a certain way, like Mercedes on the graphic cover and C Murder graphic covers, Bossellini and all these type of things. Even if you didn't like the music, the artwork was so dope. You just had to tap into what was going on.
Yes.
And just like I became a Mobb Deep fan from Prodigy doing that song, Young Black Entrepreneurs with DG, and I fell in love with the Mobb Deep song. So it's just like all this stuff is connected, and you just have to understand it's a recipe to the madness. You know what I'm saying?
1,000. But producer wise, have you got like an established sort of set of producers you work with, or how does that kind of work?
For me, I work with anybody that can to capture what I'm doing out of my mind, because I do a lot of co-producing. Like I tell them what I want, but
Okay.
I've been working a lot with certain producers like K Mongo, Lilski on the track. These producers that help me find my sound. And I did a lot of work with Nayo. He passed away 2020. So he was murdered. And ironically, we was working on a murder copy together, and he got murdered. So it's crazy. Like, it's just real. But I really
rise in paradise, man.
Producer.
Rise in paradise to the brother,
yeah,
man.
Sure. Rise in paradise. But I work with any producer that could kind of that I could build with. So I don't care if you got 1 million followers or 1 follower. If we can build a chemistry together. And I've been recently working with Black Amal, who did the Nice for Nothing beat for Drake and the other beat for Drake. So me and Black Amal been cooking up, and that's been good. But for the most part, whoever can like capture my wild imagination, man, I don't care who it is.
That's a good approach to have, though, still. And to be fair, it makes, to me, obviously, not being an artist, it makes the most sense. Like, it's not necessarily the name. Like, yeah, I got this name doing it. Like, it's, do we gel?
Yeah.
Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you overstand? You know what I mean?
That is big, man. Because it takes a lot to gel with an producer. And sometimes it's just natural. Like me and K Mo, we kind of grew up together, so that's kind of natural. And me and Lilski, we just gelled. I didn't know him. He hit me up on Instagram, and we've been actually friends ever since. You know what I'm saying? And me and Black Amal, we haven't gelled yet, so that's crazy because he's the biggest name producer I ever worked with, and I haven't gelled with him yet. So it's just a prime example of what we're talking about. Like you don't just run to the biggest name because they got the biggest name. You got to do what works for you. Like shopping at Walmart might not work for me. It just might be better because I don't have to walk to the corner store to do my small shopping. You know what I'm saying? It's just doing what makes sense for business and what's logical.
1,000. So what kind of genre? Where would you classify, or where would you kind of put your music? How would you name it?
If I had to classify my music, it would be it would be authentic, real music. I don't. At first, it'd be like maybe like rap meets conscious, but I only speak on real situations, and that's why I think I meet it. I'm in a transition of really like a different type of life as a leader, but I'm not. Yeah, like I'm old enough to know better, but young enough to still not care. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just in a transition. I only rap about and speak on things that I go through firsthand experience, and hopefully somebody could like listen to what I'm going through and not make the decisions that I made. I'm not glorifying anything negative, but I'm definitely speaking on things from my perspective. So that's why I just say real music. I don't know how to do anything else. I don't know. I'm not going to I'm not gonna tell the kids you can have take the sex without making a baby or catching an STD. Like, that's not logical. I'm gonna just tell you all aspects of everything from
Yes.
a real perspective. And I think like like so many people are misled because of the music, because artists don't understand they influence
Yeah.
people that they have. And my mom always made me aware of that. Like, she always told me like, you're a king and people look up to you. And I was just like, whatever, mom. But then I just started seeing it. So I have I own up to a big responsibility level as an artist with myself, and I just make real music, man. Real from the left side of my chest, and I have fun. So
Mixing it up, man. Mixing it up. Reality rap, man. Reality rap. That's what it is, man.
Reality rap. That's it right there. Sure.
This and look, and we need more artists out here, sibling, doing the same thing. We don't want no studio pranksters. We don't want the wanksters. We don't want none of that stuff, man. We don't want people pushing agendas. We want just people to be authentic, man. Remember what this here was created for. It was an outlet. It was a way to express oneself. And don't get it twisted. There are artists who just talk the craziest shit, but like sometimes you want to get in that zone, as an adult with an adult's mind. You want to, you might be working out. Let me listen to some hard stuff, man. Let me go to the bay and listen to some of that, some of that mob or something.
Right.
But at the current state we're in, you've got to really dig. You've got to dig and say, where can I get some socially conscious music? Where can I listen to what's going on right now? Like, where can I hear some stories?
Oh, man, you can Google me, man. All my stuff will pop up. Instagram. I stay active on that. Facebook, YouTube. I mean, I'm always doing something with my music to where like people can like firsthand hear my story. Like in the meantime, I created a series called In the Meantime. And that's where I really tell my story and who I am and what I'm going through personally, like all aspects. I'm pretty much really transparent on all the stuff that I'm doing. So
okay. Hey, let's flip a little some. Spiritually or religiously, what system did you grow up in?
Man, I definitely grew up Southern Baptist and Catholic church family, So it was just actually different. Just going to one grandparent's house and they're Baptist, Southern Baptist, and then going to another grandparent's house and they're Catholic. So grew up under Christianity, you know what I'm saying? I was taught that Jesus died for our sins. And I still think that, but I think more or less as an adult, I practice spirituality more or less and just doing what's right. And I think the universe take care of its own.
Yes.
And God is the universe, So that's how I view things.
I hear that. Growth and development, sibling. Growth and development. We're born into, religious systems and man's doctrine and stuff, and through time and through growth and development and experiences, a lot of the times people don't necessarily do any real additional research, but what they do know is, look, I've got a good foundation here. I'm not necessarily going to conform to the, the Sunday church thing, but I'm going to live a good life. I know what's good and I know what's bad, and I'm going to try and stay on the right path. You know what I mean?
Right. That's basically how I do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's just impossible for me to tell somebody else that their religion is wrong based off of their demographics. Because if I was born in the Middle East, I'm pretty sure I'd have been a Muslim, and so on and so forth. So I don't front upon anything based off of their religious choice. But I think at the end of the day, it's just a system created for control. So who am I to tell you that you are wrong? Feel me? But I think at the end of the day, we all know what's good, like you said, and what's bad, and we should apply those rules of integrity to life and to the universe. So God take care of us home for that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. True indeed, man. True indeed. Hey, so we're at the, we're still in the first quarter, 2023. What's the plans, man? What's the plans musically? What we working? What we got cooking up in that lab?
I got limited music. It's just about time, strategic of what's dropping, dropping what's right with it. And I think I definitely have 3 projects on top, but it's just going with, because I got a project, I'm like kind of making like a lot of party music on it. That's what I really been focused on, because it seems that that's what the people want to hear from me more or less. But I got projects like I'm working on in the meantime and I'm just constantly dropping EPs just so I can stay consistent with my fan base that I created. So I just dropped an EP month. I think I'm gonna drop another one February. I think I'm gonna just take my time. Album. I'm gonna drop that album when the weather changes, because there's a bunch of the music. And then for the time, I'm gonna drop in the meantime for. And I think coming into the next year, I'm gonna drop my project titled The Abyss. I'm really talking about deep things like religion, how it was forced upon us through oppression, and talk about how there's different things on the food. But I think people just gotta understand who I am as an artist overall. For getting the fun stuff out before they can accept me giving them the message that I feel like the universe gave me and wanted me to make a change in that area. So I think all this stuff is just I'm just trusting the process.
True indeed, man. True indeed. I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling it. A responsible artist, responsible artistry, knowing the power that these words have, the power of the tongue. You know what I mean? This is what it's about, man. So as we wind this build down, sibling, I know your time is real precious and things, and we'll definitely hook up for a part 2. You got some stuff going, man, for 2023. You kind of laid it out, the Abyss album for 2024. Most high willing that we will all be on this plane of existence still. I'm pretty sure we will be. Exact. What if you could get any feature, who would you have? Who, and it's not one person, you can name it whoever the hell you want. You can name as many as you want, boss.
Man, I gotta do a feature with Jay-Z, Wayne, Andre 3000, and Rick Ross. The first 3 I named because I feel like they're the greatest artists of our time, and I feel like I can hold my weight against them. And Pusha T and Benny the Butcher. I just feel like those guys are top tier, and I really want to smoke all on the track.
On the track, yeah.
And I think Ross more for the sound. I want to feel with all those other guys I named because I feel like they're the heaviest weight, and I really feel like I definitely can hold my weight, if not defeat them as a competitor on my own.
Yeah.
I would really want to do a feature with those guys. I feel like I want to challenge myself in that week. You know what I'm saying? And I'm up for it. I can't wait till the day that it happens.
Yeah, man.
Naturally, organically, or something like that happens because it's possible. But I definitely would. That's the people I want to feature with. Like no second thought about it. That's who I want to feature with.
I like it, man. I like it. Setting the goals high, man. Setting the goals high. That would be a nice little feature. If you could even have all of them on one track, would be dope as well. But yeah, man. However,
we live in an era, man, where it's just like I can't get past 2 verses, even myself. So we would have to have 4 bars of pizza. That's the case, and I don't think that's enough to enjoy.
Yeah.
3 minutes. Multiple songs. I could drop an album with those features.
For sure.
Yeah, man, Wayne, JC, Pusha T, Benny the Butcher, those guys, man. I got a C bottom. Gotta see him so I can let everybody know I am who I say I am. You know what I'm saying?
1,000. Hey, Sibling, throw out all your social media and stuff, and I'll make sure I put the links below down in the description.
Okay. Jayarson @_JAYARSON. That's all social media, Twitter, Instagram, JAYARSON, Facebook, JAYARSON, man. You just Google Jayarson, man. All my stuff will pop up. YouTube, Jayarson PGM, the Vivo channel, Jayarson. Man, I'm everywhere like dog shit, man.
Yeah. Hey, Sibling, so how did you get the name Jayarson?
Man, I was battle rapping, man, and I was just in the dictionary looking. My nickname is Jay, and I was in the dictionary looking for words that start with A. And before I could go through the dictionary, I read arson. So I was like, damn, arsonist. I want to set people on fire.
Yeah.
I didn't want to set it on fire. I want people to feel my fire. You know, so that was more or less me. And I find the J and arson together. And then, you know, the rest is history. I never changed it again. I thought about changing my name to Justin Paul, which is my real name. But I was like, nah, it didn't ring right. I just branded Jayarson so well. Nobody's no other Jayarson that I've ever seen. If you Google Jayarson, like they have some people that trying to use the name, but I've solidified it. My name will post its own way.
Yeah,
You know,
I like it. Yeah, man. Proper things. So all right then. Okay. Two last questions. I would save this for part 2, but let's do it now. Have we had fun today?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Have you had fun on the broadcast today? Yeah.
Yes, of course I had fun here today, man. It's been love.
Give thanks. I like it. Last one for you would be, please tell us who you are, Sibling, but don't tell us your name.
Fire, handsome, chocolate, a rapper killer, lyrically, what else? The freshest dress rapper ever. Let's see, positive, a leader, father. You know what I'm saying? I'm a whole lot of things, man. And that sums up who I am without saying who I am.
Yes, love it. Enjoyed the part 1. I can't wait to sit down and have this part 2, Sibling. I'm
part 2, man. We go. I'm gonna sit down and be stable. Part 2, brother.
Definite, man. Looking forward to it. Make sure y'all go and like, comment, subscribe, share. Check all the links below down in the description. You know what I mean? Hit this Sibling up. You know, check out the music because it is some good music. You know, I don't bring crazy artists on here that ain't bringing any kind of fire or no weight. So you know what it do, man. You know what it do. Hit them links, peep them streams. You know, support, jump on the wave, you know what I mean, before it gets into a flipping 25, a 300-foot wave and shit, and it's going to be hard to get on that there. Jump on the wave early. Let's get this here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's get it, man. All love, man. If you ever in the States, come to the booth. I got you, man. We go eat some gumbo. We go by grandma's house, man. We go kick in the hood. It's going to be all love.
1,000, Sibling. Honors again. Enjoyed the build. We will definitely get this